Can you beat Fallout New Vegas with only a Caravan shotgun? For special stats, I chose 6 strength, 6 perception, 8 endurance, 1 charisma, 5 intelligence, 8 agility, and 6 luck. I took good-natured and skilled for traits. Now, after leaving the doc's house, we have to find a Caravan shotgun. There's one in the Aerotech refugee camp, so I take the Black Mountain shortcut to get there. I tried using the Vice mod that adds more objects around the Mojave, but it was causing crashes and affecting the frame rate too much, so I turned it off. After picking up the gun, I went back to Good Springs and bought some ammo from Chet. He didn't have all that much, so I decided to skip the gecko hunting quest with Sunny Smiles. I'm gonna help out Ringo because Trudy has a Caravan shotgun during Run Good Springs Run, which will be good for repairs. I kill Ringo and shake down Chet in the dock. I'm using the Caravan Shotgun Unscrewed mod that takes off the ugly screw obscuring the sight. After killing the townsfolk, I leveled up to 2 and took Confirmed Bachelor to do more damage because of my lack of ammo. I then fast traveled and ran all the way to Crimson Caravans to start the quest there. I went to Camp McCarran to give Hildern the invoice and then declined to go to the vault for him. Alice's next job for us is in Freeside, so I go there. There are plenty of quests to do here, and I start with the followers. They need some addicts helped, and a supplier for medical products. I made contact with the Garretts who will be their suppliers. They also have quests for us. James wants us to find prostitutes, and Francine wants us to chase down some debtors. I also stopped by the Kings to start their quest. I found the prostitutes and debtors, and paid the guy at the gate to escort us. I shot him and his thugs. After that, I worked out the misunderstanding between the Kings and the NCR. Finishing that quest leveled me up, and I got my speech to 50. Now after killing Dixon, I can persuade the addicts to get clean. Now Alice wants me to head all the way to the Mojave Outpost, which I'll do later. I decide to go to the Strip instead to get Caleb McCaffrey's hat, and while I'm there, I go to the Tops. I convince Benny to go up to his room, but forgot my shotgun was taken from me, so I reload a save and get Swank to let me carry my weapon. I assassinate Benny Boy in his room, and go to meet with Ambassador Crocker since we'll be siding with the NCR this time. He wants us to go to the Boomers, so I run all the way there. I kill George and meet with Pearl, and now we have to help out around Nellis. First I listen to Pete's story, and then I've got to get solar panels to repair the array, so I fast travel to the 188, but instead of going to Helios 1, I go to Camp Forlorn Hope. I talk to the quartermaster who also wants me to go to Helios 1, so I go to the dry lake and get the sturdy Caravan shotgun on the way. It's on a guy with the dead Brahmin thanks to Dead Courier's stash. I picked up the panels and got the location of the NCR supplies I need to pick up. I killed the ambushing legionnaires and went back to the camp. Now I have to help the medic heal some injured troopers. My medicine is low, so I use items to help them. After that, I go back to Nellis to wipe out the ants and repair the array, which gets me to level 10 where I get the fantastic perk and stay back. That's enough to earn the Boomer's trust, so I can raise the Bomber. Now I switch to upgrading ranger stations, and I also find a dead courier on the way. When I finished all the upgrades, I went to Chief Hanlon and didn't turn him in, because I didn't want to listen to his long speech. Now that I finished that quest, I need to go to Prim to find another courier. I killed the convicts and saw a gecko fly up into the air. I'm gonna put the NCR in charge of Prim, so I went to the Mojave Outpost. While I was there, I got Cass to sell her caravan. I convinced Knight to send support to Prim, and agreed to help Jackson with his ant problem. When I got to the ants, they were mostly taken out by a traveling merchant already. I found the last of the couriers and went back to Freeside to finish up the quest with the Garretts. I then went back to Forlorn Hope and helped the NCR liberate Nelson from the Legion. The next thing Crocker wants is peace to be made with the Kings. Thanks to doing their quests earlier, we just have to go talk to the King, and he agrees to stop the violence against NCR citizens. Now we have to go to Hoover Dam and meet Colonel Moore. She wants us to eliminate the cons, so we head to Red Rock. The ones in the Longhouse weren't a problem, it was the ones outside that were difficult. With our shotgun, we have to get up close to the enemy to deal reliable damage, so they have time to shoot us from afar. Eventually I beat them after a few tries. Next up is the Omertas. I stand in the fire contemplating what to do with them and decide I don't want to do their quest. I kill the ones in the front room and lie to Moore about finding out what they were up to. Now she wants us to kill Mr. House. This Securitron kept blowing me up, but I eventually got past him. After dealing with House, it's the Brotherhood's turn to die. I'm not doing their quest because 1, it's boring, and 2, the Legion attacks at a very difficult to fight spot near one of the scouts. So I will need to blow up the bunker. I don't have any stealth boys, but there is a guaranteed one in the safe in the Goodspring Schoolhouse. Its easy lock is no match for my 100 lockpicking skill. I see some Brotherhood and Powder Gangers fighting, and enter the bunker. They put the slave collar on me, so I persuade the ranger to leave. After the collar comes off, I nab the 3 key cards and set the bunker to explode. I sneak out and return to Hoover Dam. The last part of the main quest before the battle is to save the president, but when I try to defuse the bomb on his vertibird, I don't have enough repair or explosive skill, so I reload a save and go off to do quests to level up. I go back to the Mojave outpost and talk to Ghost about checking up on Nipton. I head that way and fight some Legion assassins off without too much trouble. I kill Thomas preemptively to prevent him from annoying me, and wipe out the Legion at Nipton. If the assassins weren't too hard, you know these guys won't be much of a problem. I lost the footage for this part because my computer crashed for some reason. I also went to Camp McCarran to start the fiend hunting quest. I kept getting blown up by one of the fiends and Driver Nephi's encampment thing, so I hid behind a car and waited for each one to run out. I beat Violet and killed Queenie, leading to Cook Cook being killed by his own allies. I turn in the heads to Daughtry and get the first bounty from Troutman, which is the only one I'll be doing. This one is easy because I already know this NCR trooper is fake, and he is the target, so he can't trigger his trap on me. Next I do the first alien quest, wiping out the alien squatters in the 3 houses. After all that, my stats are higher now, so I can defuse the bomb on the president's vertibird, kill the sniper, and send him on his merry way. Now it's time for the final battle at Hoover Dam. The Legion guys resist my ammo, so killing them is decently tough. I switch to slugs which don't proc and stay back as often as shot. The NCR troopers were actually quite helpful this time. Going topside, there's a part that's pretty difficult because we get flanked by the Legionnaires. I had to go to the point where they spawn in, and then run back and deal with the ones that spawn behind me. What bothers me is that on the second part of the dam, after convincing the rangers to advance, it always bugs out for me, and they just stand still, so I have to clear out the last of the Legion on my own. Oh well, it's not that hard. When I get to the Legates camp, I defeat the Praetorians, and then by Lanius, 2 rangers show up, so I decide to immediately engage him. I do a few shots to the head, which proc and stay back, and then shoot him dead while he's on the ground. His final Praetorians are all that's left now, and their AI is bugged. They're just crouching there doing nothing. So I execute them and meet with General Oliver, shooting Fallout New Vegas with only the Caravan shotgun. Would I recommend this challenge? It wasn't too bad, but it didn't stand out as a run. I wanted to do a challenge with only the single shotgun, but people have already done that, and I wanted to do something original. Thank you for watching, and also for getting me to 800 subscribers. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and comment any suggestions for future challenges you may have.